Hey, I'm Jen from Rustic Rehabs. Today I want to show you how to make some fun art using some things from around the house, stamps from Prima, stencils from Jami Ray Vintage, paint from Junk Monkey, and this really old dictionary that I got at an estate sale from the 1850s. Stick around, it's gonna be fun. So everybody's probably dried flowers if you're a little girl, gone out into the garden or grab some weeds or dandelions and press them into a book, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes they get moldy, most of the time they probably just get lost. So I'm gonna grab some chamomile here, which I've seen these my entire life. I never knew that they were called that until I took a minute at the grocery store the other day. I'm gonna grab a few of these, just a few buds. And just sort of, the blog I said to arrange them the way you want them to be because they will flatten out. I got an extra. Let's throw her in. And then you can put some paper towel under that or over that, and then take another plate. It's good that these plates are flat, so, and then kind of give it a little push, and then we're gonna put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. The longer they're in, the hotter the plate gets from that evaporation, so make sure you have a hot pad around. You don't want to burn yourself crafting. And they're sticking to the towel here, but they're just about right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them sit. I'm going to go pick up my kid from school, and we will pick up back at the table where we will start assembling these. Okay, so the first thing, I'm going to get this frame. Put this to the side. And this is going to be our new frame, our new base. I'm going to take the stamp, oops, I got a flower on it. Take the stamp, and then I'm going to take the ink. I sell ink on my site. You can get these products at rusticrehabs.com. Take this. Pretty much toward the top here because we got a lot of flowers. So when you put it on, you want to make sure that you really don't shift a lot so that you can get a pretty solid script out of that without a lot of, and you just kind of arrange the flowers how you see fit. See if you want to put anything else. Maybe we want to add one more little bee. And maybe the bee can be sitting on the flowers. There, that was a good one. I gotta be careful not to shift. Now the big thing is you don't need to do anything with the stamps. This is permanent ink. It's a hybrid of different kinds of ink. So I'll let that dry for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna grab Junk Monkey white, vintage white, and I've got just a little brush here. Next we'll be putting some old dictionary paper on these pieces. So we got hanging hardware already on each of these. Make sure we get the right side up. Grab our old dictionary paper. I have homemade Mod Podge here. My daughter was a Slimer for a while. She's 13 now and she's over it. But we used to buy glue by the gallon. So this is just clear Elmer's glue that I put in an old jar, and it's probably, ratio is probably about 3 to 1. 3 parts glue, 1 part water. And what I like to do when I'm doing this stuff is put it down and not Mod Podge all over the piece. I just do it around the edges, which actually makes it look kind of authentically old too, but it doesn't, I'm not doing the whole piece. I'm gonna go down here and do it and kind of score the paper, because then that's no, this paper is really pretty brittle anyway, so. There we go, so we'll let that dry. Take this little piece and put it on the block. And then what I do is you can always come back and touch it up with a little bit more Mod Podge or glue if there are places where it's not stuck down, but I've found that it stays down pretty good by just going all over the edges here. And then we'll wax it when we're all done. Let's use this Free Spirit one of our Junk Monkey Black Velvet paint. And I've got a Jami Ray Vintage stencil brush. This is a 24. I'm going to take some off the lid because it's pretty thick. And then I'm just going to offload on my towel here and swirl it on. This is part of one of the word packs from Jami Ray Vintage. And now we'll grab a few flowers. Put a few of those on. And because I don't have a frame on top of this one, I think I'm just gonna put the tiniest little bits of hot glue on here. And then when I'm done with this one, I will wax it around the edges and especially age it around the edges with some black or brown wax. So that one is pretty much done. Some butterflies. So these are from the Monarch collection from Prima, and you can get these on my website, rusticrehabs.com. Take a stamp pad. One. And the other one, I stamped it a little bit on my stencil. That's okay. We'll do this and then we'll put some chamomile in the middle of this. My stencil stencil brush again, dabs, a little offload. The paint on the lid was a little too thick, didn't want to go in, especially on these skinny little stencil letters. There we go. And I think I'll take a little bit of chamomile. Let's see here. I also have some fresh lavender, or I mean some dried lavender. Take a couple of those pieces of dried lavender, that might be fun. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. I will put a tiny little bit of jute around these, and then I will hot glue that to there and then wax.